Here's the thing about traveling full-time. Freedom, adventure, the thrill of the unknown, it's all amazing. But let's be real, it can also be exhausting. All the constant newness you experience on the road that for the most part is exciting can really sometimes leave you longing for something more familiar. A place where you don't need Google Maps to get around and people know you by name. Because no matter how far you go, there really is just no place like home. Home for me is Cape Cod. My family has roots here going back generations on my mom's side. I've been coming here every summer since I was born, which was a promise my dad made to my grandparents when he asked for their blessing to marry my mom. That no matter where they moved or what was going on, he would make sure she made it back to the Cape to see them every summer.
Heidi, it's good to see you.
And he's kept that promise year after year until finally he retired a few years ago and they made the Cape their full-time home again. God, look how freaking cute they are. And now I try to keep the tradition going myself. I have yet to miss a summer on Cape Cod.
Do the Bessers know how to throw a party or what?
What's cool about the Cape is it just never really changes. There's so many historic buildings here and barely any new development, which means it's basically always the same. I mean, seriously, the little market down the street is the same one my mom and her mom came to grab lunch, and the little sandbar we take our boat to is the same one my grandpa used to farm for scallops. The Cape is basically one big time capsule, which is really cool if you think about it. I just love the idea that all my favorite spots are the same ones my mom and her parents used to come when they were my age. And seriously, the summers here are just absolutely magical. They're spent with long days on the boat fishing with Dad, gardening with Mom in the mornings, and seafood. Lots of seafood. Most of which we actually catch ourselves. We're about to go do the most Cape Codder thing ever. Clamming and quahoging. It's a boat day! You're so cute with your hat.
Oh, Emily, this might be really good down there. Dug down and...
Oh, we got a keeper. So these are long neck clams. Look at this guy. So good. They're also called steamers. One of my favorite things ever. So today we're trying to get a full bushel of quahogs and clams to do a little boil tonight.
Can you say quahog chowder?
The tiniest baby. Mom, I'm pretty sure you got like all of these.
No, they do it with the best. Grandpa taught me. Grandpa was a fisherman for most of his life, honestly. He did shell fishing, he did lobstering, he did oystering, he did scalloping, whatever was in season. And he would harvest them and then bring them to different restaurants that would buy them directly from him by the bushel. We ate it till we were sick of it.
Sick of it. Anything?
Catch a little seaweed there, hon?
Yo!
Oh my gosh, how many?
Just one.
Oh, well, we'll take it.
Oh.
3
Dinner.
dogs. Beautiful.
Say we got a pretty good haul. There's something so satisfying about catching your own food. Ocean to table, about as fresh as it gets. Toby, what is that?
Like this, you gotta go.
Okay, Toby, are you okay? The evenings here usually revolve around some sort of cookout or family get-together, which is hands down my favorite part about coming home.
Oh my God, look at this food. Look wonderful. And Emily made some type of Mexican corn. A little bit of butter.
Sharing good food, laughs, and celebrating holidays that we weren't able to spend together.
Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. And many more.
Are you actually recording?
That'll be really good on the clip.
Coming home also means revisiting a past version of myself and all the random projects that I put on pause to go travel. This is Salty. Salty is my 2002 Land Rover Disco Series 2. She was my dream vehicle before I bought and built the van out, but for the last year and a half, she has just been collecting dust in my parents' driveway. I had big plans for her, bought her as a project car, and never got around to doing any of the projects. I'm saying my goodbyes, giving her a little love before I put her back into storage and list her for sale. Maybe one day I'll get another one. But she was good to me while I had her for one summer. So, anyone in New England, if you are looking for an 02 Land Rover Disco that needs a little bit of love but still has a lot of life in her, let me know. Alright, bye baby. Bye baby. What do we got going on here?
We have homemade eggplant parmesan.
Yeah.
All the ingredients out of our garden. We grew the eggplant, we grew the basil, all the tomato product, the onion and the garlic in it. All grown, homegrown, organic.
Which brings me to one of my favorite things about our family property, Mom's garden.
Garden lovers everywhere.
Garden.
Welcome to my food forest.
Every year I come up here, this little piece of organic heaven gets bigger and bigger. It is seriously so impressive to see what she's built. This woman designed and installed custom irrigation systems, an organic composting process, rotating crop schedule, and a tiered above-ground garden with literally any veggie you can think of.
This is our eggplant garden bed. These are all peppers, sweet potatoes, and some summer squash, Brussels sprouts, garlic, plums, peaches, cherry tree. We have a 3-in-1 apple tree. This crazy looking mess, this is my asparagus bed.
You get the point.
So this is my pride and joy. One seed, this is all one plant. You see that it's so heavy that it's fallen over. But the size of these tomatoes.
Oh my god. She plans her annual garden months in advance and starts most of her plants before spring using seeds from her own seed bank and starter cups in one of the secondary bedrooms. So impressive, considering I can't even keep my desk plants alive. Between fishing and catching our own seafood on Dad's boat and Mom's garden, we really don't even need to go to the grocery store that often. I may not have gotten her green thumb, but she definitely instilled in me the importance of being self-sustainable. One thing I do love about living in our van. She learned a lot about gardening from my grandpa. It's quite the haul today.
Oh my goodness.
How'd you grow all this stuff, lady?
Years of learning.
Not only was he a lifelong fisherman, he was also an avid gardener. Partly because he loved it, partly because it was necessity.
I mean, that's how we were fed. We were middle-class Americans and we grew most of our food.
My mom was one of 6 kids. She actually grew up in the small cottage right across the street from the house we own now. 6 kids and 2 adults in a 3-bed, 1-bath home. Things were tight, so growing their own food was how they got by.
So, Daddy, you did masonry and fishing, and you did dishwashing at one point.
Went to seas.
That and a lot of love.
What is the One thing that you think that has kept you and Mummy in a happy marriage. 61 years.
Oh, I think Mummy took care of me so well.
Oh.
You know.
Oh.
It's another reason why I love this place so much. Our family has lived in this exact spot for generations, and the house we currently own now actually belonged to my great-grandmother. My grandpa even laid the bricks in our fireplace.
I built that whole fireplace when I was a young fellow. I can't remember what age I was. Grandpa.
For Grandpa Parker.
It went out of the family for a few years, and my parents bought it back from the bank and restored it back in '08, but that's a story for another time. I guess what I'm trying to say is my family has deep roots on this land, which makes this place even more special. I feel connected here in a way I can't quite put into words. And it all started with one very special lady. Hi, Grandma! She can't hear me. Hi, Grandma. Hi! I didn't want to scare you! How are you feeling? Are you feeling good today?
I'm feeling okay now. What does my hair look like?
Let me see.
You'll have to go get my brush.
This is Grandma Claire, the matriarch of the family. She's the biggest Boston sports fan I know, a cutthroat Scrabble player, and knows all 35 of her grandkids' and great-grandkids' birthdays by heart.
Do you want a glass of wine, Grandma?
Yes, I'd look.
Oh, and she loves her Chardonnay. Always with 2 ice cubes.
Very specific. 2 cubes.
At 92 years old, she is the textbook example of a life well lived. She's seen decades of change, faced a lifetime of challenges with grace, and found joy in the simple and extraordinary moments alike. She's the kind of person who lights up a room with her wisdom and laughter, someone who seems to hold the secret to a long, happy, and meaningful life.
Oh, this is good.
Whatever it is.
That's a beautiful pic. Oh, damn, I didn't see those.
Common theme in our travels to try to find
Have you
that
seen these?
awe-inspiring, jaw
Oh my God, how did you dare do that?
much bigger than
You've met a
ourselves.
partner that likes to do
Refuge
this with
environments
you.
that
Oh,
are
it's
so far out of our
wonderful.
comfort zone.
I like him. You should give somebody this.
Exactly where we were headed.
One of the National Geographic.
You're so
people.
sweet.
No, I'm
That would be
serious.
my dream. Yeah.
What's LOL mean?
Laugh out loud.
What?
Laugh
Laugh?
out loud.
Laugh out loud.
I've always loved listening to her stories about growing up here on the Cape, soaking in the wisdom she's gained from a lifetime of experiences and the perspective only the years can bring.
Be kind. Be kind to the people you meet. You have to treat people as equals, always. I learned that when I was nursing. And my other piece of advice is be happy. Be happy. Life is very short. Try to do, without hurting other people, what makes you happy.
I love this one of Grandpa
Oh, I love that picture.
in his Indian.
Before he passed away 10 years ago, him and my grandma were married for 65 years. They were such a powerful example of building a life around love and dedication.
I think about Grampy a lot and the fun we had.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. We were happy to have 6 kids. And Grandpa was a wonderful father. I couldn't have asked for a better father. And he was a good husband, too. You can't stop loving each other. Because when people do that, they're not happy.
Yeah.
And Grandpa and I stayed happy. Your heart tells you. Your heart tells you.
Some of the most vivid memories I have of my grandpa were walking down the beach and collecting cool stones and shells. I always try to add one more shell to his collection before I go. I feel so incredibly grateful that I have this place that I can always come back to that feels like home.
So glad we did hang out. Oh, it's been a while. I'm gonna miss this house. I don't want to go either. All right. Shitty airport. Oh, it was so nice. Wish I could have stayed longer. Love you guys.
And while saying goodbye to family and loved ones is never easy, I know that no matter how far I travel or how much time goes between visits, I will always carry a piece of them with me.